Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Welcome back to the 19th day of October on our daily show, a Thursday morning in the heart of the 618. Last year, 6,000 pairs of socks, over 6,000, were able to be provided for to daycares, the Oasis Women's Center, the Boys and Girls Club, Catholic Children's Home, and so much more. Rosie Brown, the Alderwoman for the 4th Ward and organizer of this great campaign, is on the line now. Alderwoman Brown, how are we doing this morning?
We are doing just fine, just so excited. I get really excited when November, December roll around because I'm all geared up, all hyped up to ask for funding, ask for donations for my annual Socks for Tots Community Socks Drive. 8 years, I can't believe it's still going strong. But thank you to the community. Thank you to all the supporters because you do care for our children. This is the 8th year, and it's time to replenish the socks inventory for our youth. My mission is heat the feet. We know that socks heat the feet of our children. I got this initiative when I saw a little boy standing on a corner, no socks, just shivering. And I remember when I was a little kid and couldn't find my socks and whatever. And as long as your feet and head is heated, you're warm all over. And I just felt sorry. And I began to start this initiative to collect socks for our children, for the Oasis, for the Boys and Girls Club, all the schools and daycares. And I tell you, 6,000, a little bit over 6,000 pairs came in on last year. My goal this year is 10,000. And I know that we as a community can pitch in and make this happen. I'll be placing boxes in several venues in our community. The Rotary clubs, they really step up. The YWCA, the Alton City Hall, Today's Beauty, Bluff City, U.S. Nails, Lovitz, Athletco, New Beginning, Turning Heads, Marcia's Daycare, Maxine's Daycare, Boys and Girls Club again, Tab's Restaurant, Max Time Out, Next Steps Basketball Academy, Catholic's Children Home, Webster Temple Church, Alton High, and all the schools in our district. Turning Heads, and just so many want to be a part of this. And it's just wonderful. It's wonderful.
And Alderwoman Brown, did you ever expect 8 years ago to have such a successful initiative and outreach program? Because you're right. I mean, this is just such a, and to me, what I think is amazing about this, and I always thought so, is the fact that, socks are a simple item that go such a long way that, so many kids, I'm sure on Christmas Day, they get the pair of socks and some of them go, oh, but I wanted the toy. But I mean, there's so many individuals that need those socks, that need those articles, and to be able to provide that for not only just one group, but multiple organizations and local youth that are in need. I mean, I could only imagine just 8 years ago, if you thought that, I mean, did you think it would get this big?
No, I didn't. But then I think about, when it comes to our children, we seem to want to embrace them. But I didn't think that, it would be this huge. But I tell you, it's much needed, even throughout the year, not just November through December. I have people calling me, hey, you got some of those socks left? And I'm like, sure, just a limited amount, but I do have some. So it's a valuable item. Socks are valuable. I mean, everybody, even young, old, middle age, they need socks. So I think I picked a good initiative.
I truly believe we all think you picked a great one, and something that, honestly, without your passion and just hard work in this, you definitely have to put in the work 8 years later to still be able to do something as cool as this and to get the community to support you. And I think that's what's so neat about this is the passion that you put into this, and then the passion that other people that donate, that support what Boxes puts in, and it shows through each and every year for this event. Do you think that too?
Yes, it does. I've been getting calls throughout the year. Hey, I'm beginning to collect socks for you. And I'm like, oh, this is so wonderful. And, I get all kind of cards from the people that we drop socks out for. And it's just, it's worth it. It's worth it. And I just really appreciate the support of our community.
Absolutely. And this year's goal at 10,000 pairs of socks, I think that that's easily obtainable with all the opportunities that the folks in the Riverbend region have to, with different stops. You went down the list of them. And I think that's what makes this such a successful thing is it's so easy to, provide those socks at these drop-off locations.
Most definitely. And I tell you, the socks are so great. I mean, it's high quality socks, character socks, Christmas socks, Halloween socks, all kind of fun socks. They make sure that the socks are children driven. And I just appreciate how people just take time out and pick the socks and make sure they get to the appropriate venues. And it's just amazing.
It really is. And Rosie, I don't, you don't have to mention any names or anything. Have you ever had a conversation with one of the children that was provided to from this campaign, this initiative, and just had a conversation maybe the following couple of years going, hey, I received some of these socks and they, this got me through a pretty important period, or a pretty cold period, just to have that there, that resource is so cool. Have you had any of those conversations? You don't have to give names. I just figured that was definitely something you've had.
Now, I remember a little boy coming up to me and he was like, are you Miss Rosie? And I'm like, yeah, I'm Miss Rosie. And he said, I remember when I was at the bus stop, because I used to go to the bus stops and give them out. He said, and you gave me some Spider-Man socks. He said, those socks were so neat. Miss Rosie, did you have any more of those Spider-Man socks? I haven't had none since you gave me some. And I'm like, where are they? He said, I don't know. I lost them. I couldn't find them after a while. I'm like, I'm going to look for you some Spider-Man socks. Yeah.
And that's just such an invaluable component to me. And with this campaign is just conversations like that. And just for that young person to know that somebody in their community is looking out for them, even if they think they aren't. I mean, to have someone like yourself and these organizations is huge for the progress of the city.
Yes. If everybody, which people do, they just need to have awareness. All I have to do is put it out there, or if anybody else have an initiative, just put it out there. There's so many people that their hearts are big, especially around the holidays. So that's what makes it really great.
Absolutely. And Rosie, what's the best way and I don't know if there's still available boxes, but if a business that's listening to this today goes, I would love to have one of these boxes in my, business, my restaurant to help this drive, are they still available?
They are still available. I do not put them out until the 1st of November. They can call me at 618-580-2394, and I would get them a box. Yeah.
That's just...
I welcome all people who want to be blessed by supporting this initiative. Yes.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, Rosie, so this is going to run to November 1st through December 1st, correct?
Through the end of December.
Oh, okay. And then how does the distribution go? Whenever you're finally wrapping up and you're going through the numbers, and I can only imagine how much time it takes just to get all the socks out of the boxes and where they need to go.
So what I do, I use my church fellowship hall. So I haul them all there, and then we spread them out. We put all the baskets all over the venue, and then we distribute them. We distribute them after the Christmas vacation when school starts up in January. We start distributing the socks.
That's just, I think this is so incredible. And Rosie, I mean this is one of my favorite events that I get to read about each and every year is this, because of how neat and just how amazing it really is for the kids in this community that need it. And before we circle back to it, because I will ask you to give us a little bit of a summary here, there's so much going on in the 4th Ward, Rosie, and you do such a fantastic job of getting information out, but just the unity that really is in the 4th Ward is there, and you can see it. And I saw you guys are having a trunk or treat coming up?
we have a trunk or treat coming up. And I first want to thank the volunteers, the residents of the Fourth Ward. I mean, I'm never out there by myself. There's always great support, and I really, really appreciate that and thank the spirit of the Fourth Ward residents. The trunk or treat is October 29th from 5:30 to 7 at Hill Run Park on Union Street in Alton. And we're going to have candy for the children, music, hot dogs, and treats. And that's from 5:30 until 7, Sunday, October 29th.
That's incredible. Well, it's just another great thing and a great community, really a community campaign is what I call a lot of this, because you need to, have, neighborhood gatherings and need to have those trunk or treats and get everyone together just to enjoy a nice night. And I'm looking forward to that one too. And I'm sure you're going to be busy all winter long and all holiday season long, huh?
Oh, most definitely. Also, I have partnered with some churches in my ward. So Millennium Temple Church, we're having a barbecue and fish fry October 20th through the 21st at 11 o'clock. And it will be at the Mr. Everything store at 211 East Elm Street, Alton, Illinois. And we will be selling pork steak dinners, pork steak sandwiches, fish dinners, and fish sandwiches. So please come by. And for Thanksgiving, we will be serving Thanksgiving dinners on November 18th at 11. Again, partnering with Millennium Temple Church of God in Christ at 801 Blair in Alton. This is free, and this is November 18th, beginning at 11 o'clock.
And Rosie, if you don't mind me asking too, you've always been an individual that's always out there doing, participating, doing something to try to help or better the community. And whenever you became Alderwoman of the Fourth Ward, were events like this, the community outreach projects, was that big on your campaign?
It was. I always said that being an alderwoman, even before then, I would always give back. Mm-hmm. I was always working with the youth of our community. So when I campaigned, I said I would pour more programs into our community for our children. And I have. I would take them skating, bowling, raging rivers. We have several things in the park, movie nights and everything. And it's just a wonderful give back for our community.
And Rosie, I wanted to ask you too, I thought another great thing the Fourth Ward was doing were the meetings at Today's Beauty Supply. How have those been going?
Oh, they have been so welcoming. I ask them every time we have a meeting, you think we should just do it quarterly and not every month? They're like, no, we want it every month. So we do have our one for October coming up on tomorrow at 6 o'clock at Today's Beauty, 1415 Central. And it's well attended. I bring in all kind of speakers and health initiative professionals and city officials and just people that come in and just share with the residents of my ward.
Absolutely. And Rosie, before I let you go, I just love having a conversation with you every time you're on the show to talk about these projects and the things you're working on, because everything I always think is just really important when it comes to community morale. I think that goes a long way. And I wanted just to circle back to the Socks for Tots drive. And this is all November through the end of December, correct?
Yes. So I will get my boxes in the venues November 1st, and they'll stay there until the end of December. Then I'll collect them and get them out to the schools and daycares and everywhere else, like the second week in January.
And Rosie, the best of luck on this campaign in November through December. And like I said, if there's any businesses out there, you heard Alderwoman Brown say earlier, come out and help out. If you want to have a box at your location, reach out to Alderwoman Brown. And Alderwoman Brown, what was that phone number again?
618-580-2394. And I am proud to say that 5 new businesses were added this year. So every year I get new business added on. So that's really good.
That's amazing. That's a huge bonus and plus to talk about. And Alderwoman Brown, before I let you go, because I've already kept you on the phone for 15 minutes, and I know that you're a busy individual. Is there anything else that we need to talk about today?
No, just the holidays are coming up. There's plenty of opportunities of fellowship and unity. So please take advantage of all the events that I just mentioned, and let's fellowship. Let's get to know each other and make this community as great as it can be. Yes.
Absolutely. Alderwoman Brown, thank you so much for your time. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back on this Thursday morning in the heart of the Riverbend right after this one in downtown Alton.